Well, it's a big day for MAGA. Looks like a Delaware judge is going to stop the steal, although maybe not in the way they thought.
Oh my God.
Especially not for Elon Musk, whose $100 billion compensation plan was soundly rejected by a Delaware judge on Monday.
Elon Musk's $56 billion CEO pay package rejected for a second time.
The judge withheld her previous rejection of the plan from this summer for the same reason.
A stockholder vote alone cannot ratify a conflicted, controlling transaction.
She argues that Mr. Musk has far too much power over the board. So let's go into detail on just how much power he has.
At the heart of the problem, if you remember, was Musk's conflict of interest with board members who voted on that first pay package, combined with Musk's sort of de facto control of Tesla. So that was the heart of the problem. He was subjected to a very high standard to get this vote approved.
Elon Musk's ridiculous compensation plan was originally proposed and approved in 2018, but was stopped by a lawsuit from Tesla's apparently only intelligent stockholder, who argued that the deal, worth $56 billion at the time, was an unfathomable sum.
But there are a really large body of Tesla investors out there that say, so what? 73% of those investors voted in favor of the package in 2018 when it was awarded. And there is a big body of people out there, Greg, I hope you don't mind me saying, that are pretty mad at you and your client. Why does it matter?
Well, there's this idea in efficient capital markets that shareholders ought to have a say in things like this, and this package was in fact put to shareholders. But it was put to shareholders on a proxy that the court found to be materially misleading in several respects. And look, the bottom line is capital markets don't work if you don't tell stockholders material facts when asking them to take action. And that's exactly what happened here.
Fast forward to 2024, and apparently 77% of Tesla's current stockholders find that to be a perfectly fathomable amount, because those dummies approved the plan. Luckily, we have protections in place when it comes to the fairness of CEO compensation plans so that Elon Musk doesn't set this horrible standard moving forward. So what is Musk's compensation plan exactly? Well, let's go back to 2018 and take a look. It's a 10-year plan in which he boasts about taking no salary, bonuses, or time-based equity. It's based on these 12 stock option tranches, each equal to 1% of total outstanding shares as of January 21st, 2018. Having achieved and overperformed these arbitrary tranches created by his bros on the board, and I do mean bro literally, like his literal brother, Musk feels entitled to his 12%, even though at the time, in 2018, that 12% would have been worth $2.4 billion, and today it's worth $101 billion.
Talk to us just about how much this pay package was worth and is worth today, because there's a pretty dramatic difference between those two totals.
There's a difference between those two totals. So at the time of this litigation, $56 billion, it's fluctuated since that time, depending on the market price, but there is a strike price. And what's important is to Tesla, the value that Tesla has to account for on its books in order to give this pay package. In 2018, when it was given, it had an accounting charge of $2.3 billion. But in the court filings, Tesla has said and estimated that it would cost it something to the tune of $25+ billion to give an equivalent pay package today.
So why would 77% of stockholders approve a deal that's an order of magnitude larger than the next biggest CEO compensation plan? I mean, are they just stupid? The answer to that question is yes, but at this point, Musk is operating Tesla more like a cult than anything else. I mean, look at Tesla's last product launch, robots that they claim to be fully autonomous but are actually controlled by people behind the scenes. It sure is reminiscent of the old Hyperloop fiasco. And hey, aren't those fancy Teslas supposed to be fully autonomous by now?
Then, a white Tesla put on its left blinker, moves into the left lane, and stops, causing the car behind it to crash into it. According to CHP, the driver of the Tesla was in full self self-driving mode.
The fact that they were using teleoperation, essentially remote control, it really makes it clear that although there may be some mechanical breakthroughs here, it's not clear how far Tesla's really come on AI, which, if you remember, is the whole purpose of this whole thing. But you could make a similar critique about the cars that were unveiled, right? They're running on a closed course, a handful of stops, custom software. Not totally clear that the cars themselves were running exclusively on AI either. So again, you have Elon Musk selling a vision of the future, but not necessarily showing a ton of progress in the present.
Well, that's because it's all hype. I mean, the entire company is hype. That's how he operates. And then he sells the hype to gullible people who actually think he's going to change the world and build space colonies on Mars and put computers in your brain so you can connect directly to the internet.
Other successful founders, Bezos, Zuckerberg, others, they don't take pay packages or they don't take any material pay package. They rely on driving value for their shareholders in their own underlying stock. Mr. Musk had the opportunity to increase his net worth by almost $100 billion. I have to stop and make sure I get the B right. $100 billion if he accomplished what he set out to accomplish under this pay package without getting a single option. And at the end of the day, this is a car company. It's not a space exploration company. And it's a public company. And public companies live by different rules than private companies.
Right.
Or get Tiffany Fong on Twitter to actually date him. But seeing as he unfollowed her, it seems like Judge McCormick was the second woman to reject Elon Musk this week.